one of the terms that we keep hearing in pro wrestling is the psychology of pro wrestling. I mean, if you can give us in a nutshell, what is the psychology, the in-ring psychology of pro wrestling?
You have no idea.
That's easy. Yeah, actually, I have no clue what it is, but I'm gonna fake it till I make it. So
that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, the psychology of professional wrestling, I swear to you, is this simple. There are only two reasons you do anything in that ring: try to win and not lose. The one thing that is fake about professional wrestling, the one thing that you're selling to the audience, the one thing that really, quite honestly, the audience has always known and always has paid to believe in, is that they're watching a competitive situation. The wrestling business, one thing about it that's fake is that the outcome is predetermined, that we know when we go out there who's going to win and who's going to lose and why. We want that audience to be able to suspend their disbelief and actually care about who wins and loses, because no matter what you do physically to the opponent, the only consequence to it is that you can possibly use it to beat the opponent. That's it. And whatever they do to you, is the only consequence from it is that they can possibly beat you. If you erase or belittle that consequence, then you erase or belittle all of the drama that could potentially occur while watching the match play out. And you've also erased any possible story that you might be telling. Because the only story that you can tell is one that's built within the context of trying to win and not lose in a sporting environment. And that's wrestling psychology. I mean, that's I know everybody swears that the business has changed, it's different, and it's not the same as it once was, which is just absolute crap. That's not true. Until we can come up with something new that's fake about professional wrestling, it hasn't changed. It's grown, it's evolved, it's gotten more sophisticated, but that's only in direct relationship to the audience, which has grown, evolved, and gotten more sophisticated. And I always say to those that will make that claim that, the wrestling business has changed. Oh, you're old school. It's not the same anymore. I'm like, okay, if the wrestling business has really changed, now let's take what you're saying, which is you're telling me that the audience no longer cares about winning or losing. They just want to see your physical activity in the ring and your athleticism. I'm not going to say they don't. That's a part of it, absolutely. But we're not going to need to do it within the context of trying to win or lose. We're just going to go out there and do it. And explain to me why I'm paying for a referee to be in the ring. That's my first question. You can explain to me why I'm still paying for a referee out there. Hey, buddy, you know what? I'll take it. I'm a reasonable man. Second question. If it has changed, it is everything you say it is, I'm not going to disagree with you, but why do we still have titles for you to fight for, to achieve, and possibly win? Well, there's that key word again, win.
Right.
Here's the biggest one. And if you can give me an answer as a wrestler or somebody within the wrestling business, that this business has changed, it's no longer about winning and losing, it is only solely about the performance. Why is it you get a boo-boo face when I ask you to lose? Because according to you, it don't matter.
Right.
According to you, that's not what people are paying to see. So when you do your spots, you do your moves, which, hey, let's make something clear. I don't care what you do. Throw back cats on each other. I'm not going to dictate to you what to do in your match to any degree other than trying to win and not lose. But other than that, you can do whatever moves you want. But if you're doing them in like a tag match and all four guys are in the ring for not 3 seconds or 10 seconds or 5 minutes, but more like 10, and the referee's just standing there with his, dick in his hand, doing nothing, because it's all about your performance,
Right.
It doesn't matter what the referee's in there for,
Right.
Because, how many real sporting events do we watch where the referee just stands there while illicit, illegal activity takes place right in front of him and he doesn't say or do anything?
You really don't see that?
Nah. They just stand there. So if that's the case, then why do you get upset when I ask you to lose?
Have you ever
And I
had?
get
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then I get the, I'm sorry, it's a little too close to my house. What do you mean? We're in Beijing, China. How's this close to your house? I got to keep track of those L's and the W's. You got to keep track of it. The fans don't even keep track of it. What are you talking about?
Stop it. You know your record. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. there are a lot more L's than there are W's, let me tell you.
Now, Al, I got a real question for you. This is very deep. I've been thinking about it all day.
As opposed to the sports entertainment question.
Exactly. How is Head?
They're great. I said they're sleeping in. They were at a little late night out at the state fair last night, and they get to drinking. Next thing you know, we're out whoring all night. So I got to be careful with that.
How did Head come about as far as like your character and whatnot?
Well, we met each other in New Britain, Connecticut. We caught eyes across the room, and what can I say? I mean, people say that true love doesn't exist or love at first sight, but let me tell you.
I thought it was Love is Blind.
Yeah, well, it clearly is blind. I mean, they were attracted to me, and I was attracted to them. And don't tell me I can't love somebody for just their mind. That's their brain.
Because clearly
they don't have a body.
You can.
No, exactly.
Oh, gosh. That's why I love you.
A quick here, Al. Jim Neidhart has sadly passed away. Do you have any memories of Jim?
He was such a character. But every guy that, like, from the time back when I broke in, guys like that. I mean, just so you understand and put it in context, like a guy like Jim Neidhart, who was a unique human being. I mean, but all the guys back then were unique, like, human beings. Like, they weren't in the wrestling business. I don't know how they would have functioned and been a positive member of society. They'd have probably been in prison somewhere. So they were such professional wrestlers. Quite honestly, are some of the most intelligent, creative, but eccentric and quirky and unique individuals I've ever met. I mean, they're fascinating human beings. They really are.
Given your career over time, what would you say was your greatest accomplishment?
Inside Outside's Head with me.
Yeah, Inside Outside's Head with Jared Laura. You can get it on every podcast where they're available.
Clearly.
I would, I just get to do what I love to do so much for as long as I've gotten to do it. I would say that's pretty much.
There it is, Al. Don't give him too much. Save it for our show.
I'm gonna save all. Don't worry, Jerry. I'm gonna save all the good stuff. I'm just doing the bad answers. So
I know.
But no, I'd say that. I mean, I've accomplished goals that I wanted to accomplish when I first set out, which was I wanted to be able to make a living doing what I love to do and have matches that people would, that I would have matches that would create memories, and I think I've done that on occasion. And make a name for myself that could possibly outlast what my career was in the wrestling business. And those were the three goals that I had when I first got into professional wrestling, and I think I've accomplished them. And I think that right there, being able to say that I've been able to do that, is a major accomplishment. That's and I'm proud of that.
And you should be. So, Ohio Valley Wrestling, I'm going to take a quick second to plug your shit because for some reason you always just keep going and forget to do it. So, ovwrestling.com. You can also check them out on YouTube, Ohio Valley Wrestling, and Collar and Elbow as well, which today for the YouTube fans, I've got on the ECW-inspired Extreme shirt.
And what's funny is I do too, Jared. Got twinsies.
Yeah, twinsies, obviously.
That was my question.
We probably fill them very similarly.
We probably should have turned the light on in the room before we got dressed.
Oh my God. Well, Al, I want to thank you for your time and how you put up with this guy.
Hey, we all have our cross to bear, guys. I mean, it's a job.
And Al, I'm going to give you the first time we're going to use our close sign today is you've just been fisted.
Oh, it's awesome. I've always, that really has been a goal of mine for my life is, hey, when am I going to get fisted? And now today, I am.
Yeah, they say it's you, except for you're going to hang up the phone, and then I'm still alone in a room with 3 guys. So
3 guys, and one of them's name is Joey Fingers, for God's sake.
yeah, and they look like big fingers too. So
Yeah,
Sausage
big
fingers.
sausage links. Yeah, the big old ham hand.
I'll do my best.
You know, this is how porn starts. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Where to go?
several guys in a room, a couple mics, and a big-handed ham fisty guy. Next thing you know, oh boy.
Damn it, Joey.
Oh, just need Jarrett to deliver a pizza, and it's on.
How did you know he showed up with one today?
I thought it was a peace offering.
Yeah.
Little did you know.
You're the peace offering.
Yeah.
Or the sacrificial lamb. But Al, thank you for your time and safe travels.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you having me on and giving me the time and putting up with Jarrett.
Anytime.
Just be gentle, guys. Just be gentle.
Hey, man,
Al.
next time you're in Buffalo, you got to come see us.
Okay, I'll be glad to.
All right, Al, thank you.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.